All right.
Not cool.
I think we're live, and I think our sound is good. Um,
Okay.
Let me double check on that. We have three viewers, so I don't know if any of you can
You and
just.
me are one, too.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is the case, but I don't know if the other one can just type something to check if
Us
we're
live.
yeah if we're live. Um, so let me go and I can actually go to the stream and check it out. Let me see. Yeah, I think we're live.
Uh,
All right. Um, Hi Warriors. Welcome to Astrom Cross Podcast 2.0. This is our first episode, and I think we had 10 episodes before this one. I can't remember. Can you remember or something?
I think we had 12.
All right.
12 or 11. Oh, we had 11 because you had to do 11 a second time.
All right. So yeah. Um so we are restarting our podcast. Our podcast used to be wow, 2 hours, maybe 3 hours long. And at the end we managed to short that out, but um yeah, right now um we're gonna do a 30-minute podcast, maybe 40 if if it's extended too much. But if we had too much to talk about, but yeah, 30 to 40 minute podcast is something shorter, something more, more simple for people to hear. Um, so let's begin with this. My name is Kai. I'm right here with my friend and co-creator Ursa,
Hello. Ursa here. Oh,
and
hey.
we are the creators of Astrom Cross. Um, for you guys to know a little bit of background of who we are, um, we've been into TCGs for more than 20 years now. Um,
We're too old for this.
I I start I start with MTG, thanks to my friend Ursa here. I'm pretty sure he has played a few more games that I have because he been playing card games even before he teach me. So,
Oh, sorry.
s-
Sorry, I was about to complain about something.
uh, about what?
Well, okay. I opened the second pack
Uh huh.
and I got two seed time anomalies.
Really?
How dare you give me duplicates on one pack?
Well, that shouldn't be the case. But I'm gonna check it out.
Like, I mean, I don't mind. Pick the art's nice, but
I, I'm gonna
I
check that
also
out.
I also do like the first pack I got um the Astronomica crossover card,
And why you don't like
and
that?
just no, I like that. I like that I got the Astronomica card, but then the other pack I got the CM one
CM?
comic.
Oh,
Yeah,
combo
the
master,
card
the
guy.
combo masters. Yeah.
That I got the Combo Masters card from the second pack.
So you don't like that? I don't get what you're
No, no,
saying.
I'm saying my collection of the crossover cards is coming pretty strong. 2 out of 2.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, Ursa seems. I'm sorry. We we deviate from what we're doing, but Ursa receives today the packs from the Game Crafter.
Yeah.
The well, it seems like for what he's telling me, the packs came out good right now. So think I think we will be rolling. Anyways, so to give a little bit of a background of who we are and what is that we do. Just, I mean, I don't do this for the living, but why are we doing what we're doing? Um, I've been on the honest. I've been doing card games for at least 20 years, more than 20 years, but um, I started with Magic the Gathering. I play Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, many of the mainstream card games that are alive now, and many of the ones that are not. I haven't played the new Vanguard, but I did play when it first started. Um, Duel Masters, Naruto TCG, Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball the TCG. There are a lot of Dragon Balls, and
Too
I
much,
think
too much Dragon Ball.
yeah, I think one of the Digimons, one of the six or eight, I don't know.
The
um,
first one, the
I
the rock
can't
paper scissors one.
I can't remember which one, bro. It's been long, but
Oh,
yeah. Um, so we've been playing, a few card games for a long time, and also in the community, I've been playing a few other games here and there, getting to know how you guys, or anybody who is an indie creator, is making their game. Um, from what I can remember right now, Astronomica, Oversoul, Quest for Dominions, Realm Guard. I can't remember. Realm Guard, Chaos Galaxy, Wrath of Course, and well, quite a few. There's a few more, but those are the ones. I don't want to go in depth. So, so we've been doing this for a while. Uh, we're not experts. We're not professional here, but we have a pretty good grasp of what it is that we like and what it is that we are aiming for in our game. Um, Now I will let Ursa talk about whatever it is that he do. So Ursa, the mic is
no,
yours.
I'm just a bum. That's it. I'm just a bum.
Come on, man.
We play cards. I mean, I like strategy games. I've been playing strategy games for like the past 20 years. Cards, really like card games. You let you manipulate what you're playing. It's the reason I really like them. Um, and yeah, started with Magic, with the Duel Masters, played Five Rings, Pokemon once, and then I just hated it. Digimon, played some games that nobody else has played in their lives. Sailor Moon, Card Captors. I stuck with Magic for the longest time. I quit Magic and then I came back. Naruto is a very influential game, I think. And yeah, that's most of that. And just designing cards and designing effects. Because eventually the games get a little stale, or you want to see something different. And that's probably what pushed us to start doing the Astrom Cross card game. We had to add some of the effects we felt that no other game had, and at the same time make it accessible for everybody. And I don't want to say not trying to simplify the game, but because it's still kind of complicated, but trying to make it as accessible as possible and avoiding the problematic situations in all the card games. Like for example, being me mana screwed. A Magic would Duel Master try to do.
Yeah,
Balancing, sorry, balancing triggers. A Duel Master had, but doing really bad balance. Uh,
true.
yeah, making you feel like you're part, like you're playing the game, but making you feel like you have a chance at any moment instead of just if you're dead, you're dead. That and probably telling a story.
Yeah.
It's probably the biggest thing.
Yeah. So let's begin with a few. This is something that we are planning on doing on every of our podcasts. It is giving a few notes, or a few announcements, or a few news on TCGs in general. It doesn't have to be from the HTCU community, but also from the mainstream ones. So we have, and this is just something that we were listening to. Obviously, if you guys wants us to talk about something, you can just send it to us, and we'll talk about it here. Um, but let me begin with, um, right now I have something on MTG. So recently I was listening to one of the YouTubers that I follow, which I'm not gonna, you know,
You gotta pay us
name.
first.
Um, so I was listening to it, and they were talking about MTG entering into the world of crossovers, which was already a thing when they did um the Godzilla one. But since there were only, like a few special cards, and you already have, yeah, you have the Godzilla version, but you also have the regular version. Nobody cares. Everybody was hyped for it. However, later on they did the Walking Dead, and that have a big backlash. So especially for the price of the cars. So now they are saying that they are gonna do entire sets, best, um, uh, you know, on other IPs. So I want to ask you, Ursa, what are your thoughts on this? An entire set on another IP, which everybody was right now saying is because it will lose whatever it is that Magic the Gathering, you're supposed to be a wizard, and, you know,
Uh, if you're a planeswalker, sir, not a wizard.
all right. So,
Listen,
anyways, what are your thoughts on this? What is that you think about this?
I'm on the fence with them because they do break the fantasy aesthetic of Magic. Because I know they did the Godzilla was just reskinning cards. They
Yeah.
already had the cards made, they just reskinned them. The Walking Dead were actual cards, like they actually made some cards that are original to The Walking Dead. But they said they were gonna make those cards on a future set. So they're also just reskins of cards that are about to come up, but they haven't come up yet.
Hmm.
But I think they announced that they're doing a Lord of the Rings and a Warhammer 40K
Yeah, that is the main issue because
couple
Lord
of
of the
sets.
Rings, yeah, Lord of the Rings is good.
And I
It
mean,
it it
the Lord of the
fits.
Rings, yeah, to me, the Lord of the Rings one doesn't really make sense since Magic's already based on Lord of the Rings. The influence of Lord of the Rings is felt through Magic.
Yeah.
You got your elves, you got your dwarves, you got your rights, you got yeah. So that's already there. So you can probably reskin cards to do hobbits and Urukai and all these other creature types that Lord of the Rings will be familiar with.
Yeah.
Now the Warhammer 40K, I don't know what the hell they're thinking because as far as I know, they have chainsaws and then shotguns and power armor.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah,
the fantasies on
it's
the
more a futuristic kind of
yeah, it's on the
game.
total opposite scene of Magic.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I mean, I think they're just trying to open to appeal to more people.
Yeah,
Because
I mean,
they still owned by
that's true.
they still owned by a bigger company.
I get
You
that
know,
part, that they are trying to appeal to more people.
we
I'm
gotta
not
remember
saying.
they're still owned by Hasbro, so
Mm,
they're still owned by a bigger corporation that wants to do something with them. And yeah, magic is profitable, but how can you make more profit? Just keep on throwing people in here. Because like, I know there's a set coming up after Strixhaven, which is like the Harry Potter inspired set. There's a Dungeons and Dragons one, like an actual Dungeons and Dragons.
there's a Dungeons and Dragon, which I'm
Because I
hyped for
know,
it just in case.
yeah, but Zendikar was a plane inspired by Dungeons and Dragons. So you already had a plane that was inspired by it, and now you're making a Dungeons and Dragons set. And I get it. Also, like Innistrad is a set inspired by Lovecraftian themes. So you can make a Lovecraftian set, yeah, but you already made Innistrad.
I mean, yes, but this is the way I feel.
And
I mean, Innistrad, it was, I would say, more like an horror theme in general, more like, not
yeah,
so much like a
that's
Lovecraftian theme. Um,
I mean
that's hello.
that's yeah. It's a gothic theme.
Yeah, yeah. Um,
So you had all these like gothic influences, yeah. But I'm saying like they can make a H.P. Lovecraft set where they have all the cosmic aberrations and all these things.
well, to be
But they
honest,
already have it.
I will.
But they already have Innistrad.
All right, they will have Innistrad, but you won't see Cthulhu on Innistrad. That's why you won't
I
see.
mean, you have that's what you have
Uh,
Emrakul for.
yeah, but
Emrakul's your Cthulhu because remember that you cannot use the word you cannot use Cthulhu
no, actually, you can.
because that's
Yeah, it is. That is public domain.
it's a public domain. Yeah, H.P. Lovecraft's been dead for like a million years.
Yeah, it is.
But
HP Lovecraft is
what
public
would you
domain.
want to do a Cthulhu card though? Just think about how like Cthulhu's the biggest ancient evil.
Well, actually,
Like
you can
wow.
make Acethoth and whatever it is the other one, and those will be
I mean,
like the big
you
dudes.
got like for example like for Cthulhu base cards you got Married Lage, which is like literally based on Cthulhu. She's
Yeah.
slumbering on the center of the planet, and once you do something, she wakes up and just destroys people. And she's literally a 2020 flying indestructible creature.
Well, you see that's what I think that is too much. I was talking more like I don't know 7788.
Why would
Because
you make Cthulhu?
Cthulhu.
Cthulhu, but he's the one evil.
No, but he's not. There's
He
others that
no,
are bigger than him. You got Acetod, you got the King in Yellow. You got all those gods which are actually the outer
they
gods.
all feed.
And they were bigger than
Yeah, but
Cthulhu.
they all feed from him.
No, they don't. He's
Yeah, they
he's
do.
he's just the kid of them. You know. Um, but anyways, that is that was one of the themes that we want to talk about, and is in my opinion, yeah, it is fine that they want to go to other IPs. And I'm honestly 100% with them. However, for me, it's not that that 100% goes to a 25% when you go to an IP that has nothing to do with magic and myth, like Warhammer, which is my main concern over here because one concept is totally futuristic, and I don't know, it will be weird to put your 1/1 elf on a 2020 airship. I mean, spaceship, just shooting a cannon instead of an arrow. So I don't know. It is kind of weird. It has a weird feeling.
Yeah, I mean, more power to them. They can because they already crossed out with My Little Pony, so they cannot go any lower.
Wait, what? When was this?
When they did it was for a convention. They did like three My Little Pony cards. They're silver bordered, but they already did that. So
Okay.
So
That
yeah,
was new for me. I didn't know that.
they did like I think the year before that they had the Transformers. They made like Grimlock. It's like a two-face card. They made Nerf Battle, and they make another card. I forgot what the third card was. I think it was like a D&D one, uh, Transformers, and a Nerf. Because those are companies owned by Hasbro.
About the
I might be
Transformer
wrong.
one, I think I no, it was Transformer into Magic or Magic into Transformer. I don't remember anyway.
It was a magic card. It was Grimlock as a magic card. He's like a two-face card that if you do something. Oh, if you transform a Transformer toy you control, you can flip him or something like that.
Uh,
They're silver borders, so they're not legal anywhere.
okay,
They were just made.
all right. Um,
But yeah, again, I don't know. Like more power to them. Like there seem to be hit or miss with what they're doing right now. Like their secret lairs are really hit or miss.
but
It's a good it's a good
you
idea.
know what they should be making a crossover?
Or what?
Ray Shadow Legends, man.
Oh my goodness. We don't have that sponsor yet.
Yeah, I'm just kidding,
We are
man.
not talking about it. We done with it. We're not talking about it. When we get the
Uh,
sponsorship, yeah, everywhere.
all right. Anyways, another thing we want to talk
Well,
about
anyways,
here.
yeah. Let me move into the next subject then.
Yeah, one of the things we want to talk
So
about is what um there have been the COVID, with the COVID, a lot of
wait,
car
you
games.
cannot say that.
Why I cannot say that?
I'm pretty sure you cannot say it on videos. Then you get demonetized or something. It's weird how the YouTube algorithm works.
Well, it's not like I have millions of followers, so I don't care.
I'm just saying the virus,
All
the
right,
disease. There we go. The
but
the
with the
global disease spread out.
fine with the virus going out, you there have been a lot of car games that were kind of doing okay, you know, and
Yeah, yeah.
right now they're not so good. Um, one of these car games was what is it called?
Oh
Dragon Ball
shoot.
Super, which was
Uh,
it was okay. It wasn't doing great, but it was growing up, until, well, everything hits. And well, right now, everybody's doing um how you call this,
digital.
online tournaments. So the releases aren't as strong as they used to be, and they're now on limited print runs, which they were before, but they have a few more. It was like three or four print runs before they hit the mark. Um, and well, with this, another game that hit the sack, it was Argent Saga. It was a game that came right just before the pandemic, and well, right now it's nowhere to be seen, and it sucks. So what are your thoughts on this? Is it good right now for us to be releasing our games when we know? I mean, just in case we're indie creators, we are not gonna hit the 1,000 mark unless we have a lucky shot. We have but um, but still, do you think it's good for any car game to release right now? To be released right at this point.
To be honest, not no. because it's hard to create something that implies that people that want people to be together. Like yeah, eventually when all this blows over, so hopefully sooner rather than later, then everything normalizes and people start going out. But it's just like the restaurant business. Like the smaller restaurants go out of business because nobody's flocking out to buy food or whatnot.
Yeah, it happens the same with many of the LGS.
Yeah, no,
I have a few that
but
are
I
just
mean,
closed now.
yeah, I'm saying like businesses will because they have no customers are coming out, so they have no business. So obviously they cannot pay their rent. Because a lot of them rent the location. They don't own the location, and renters are not really the forgiving kind. It's either pay the rent or close the shop. So a lot of shops are closing down, and yeah, the LGSs are getting those heavy hits too because they also have to pay rent, and you have
Yeah.
no influx of players, and they also have to purchase um, stock to have some stock available. And limited print runs for certain items makes it harder for them to get some of the stock because now even if they have people that will come in to try to keep them going and buying, like if they had like a strong Dragon Ball Super fan base and they like oh let's try to go to the store and at least buy the boxes and keep them in business with what little money we have.
Yeah.
With limited print runs now, they get less of those boxes, so less of the people will be able to purchase them. So they're suffering at the same. As the bigger companies kind of suffer, the smaller companies suffer more.
All right. Well, yeah. The
And at
the
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 same
thing
time,
with this is, I don't think. Do you think these games like Argent Saga, which because uh, Dragon Ball
well,
will
the
always
smaller
have
ones
their
are going to
fan
suffer
base.
more.
Yeah, but do you think
I think the
Argent
smaller
Saga
ones are
has
going to
a
suffer more.
chance of
Are
getting
you
back
saying
on its
has no
feet?
chance right now? It has zero chance right now. Like the only chance Argent Saga would have is the pandemic goes so like it blows over, and because I think they already announced that they just discontinued the game. If they would have made like, and this is a lose money to get money in the longer run. If they would have done like a bigger printing of the first couple of sets and then stopped, not trying to make more sets yet, but designing them, but not printing them. They stopping at maybe set two, but being ready to start printing three, four, five, six once the pandemic went down, and having a back stock of set one and two that once everything was blown over, they can just start sending out and be like, hey, this is the game we're relaunching it after COVID and
So you
taking
don't think they
feelers
can do
out.
that? You
I
don't
think
think that
that I
after
mean
everything is gone, they can relaunch everything?
I think they just stopped.
Yeah, no, I know they
I'm
just
pretty,
stopped now. It's like there's no going
okay,
back.
if they just but they just stopped. Like if they want to relaunch, they have to get everybody back again.
Yeah.
Then design the next sets because they did unless they want to reprint the first couple of sets again just to push out. But then at that point, you wouldn't be consciously ready to be losing because that's the biggest thing. You have to be on the mindset that you gotta be losing money
Yeah.
before you start making money. And they already lost some money before they launched it because they were prepared to lose money, but weren't prepared to lose as much money
Yeah.
because the pandemic hit and really hit them hard.
All
So yeah,
right.
it's a little complicated. Like it's and at the same time, we while we're designing, it's a hobby,
Yeah, I mean,
and
that's why I say not so much for us, We yes, we will either way what we're doing is lost money, we're not
no,
gonna
but
make
there was
millions of this.
no, but at the same time, it's like yeah, we're just like we are making it as a hobby, us,
Yeah.
but what we're making like Astrom Cross, it's a hobby too. It's a card game, so people buy it as a hobby to enjoy it.
Well, yeah, that's
And
true.
with the pandemic, yeah, having fun it's necessary so you don't go crazy, but it's not the top priority. Like for example, like I would not spend $100 to go buy a magic box, even though I love magic. Like I would not spend that kind of money right now when I can spend that money on food. But I can just like I usually don't love eating out, but I would rather go to a restaurant that like a little mom and pop shop that's still open and spend $100 there for them than just waste $100 on something that not really making a big corporation money. They already have money.
Yeah, yeah,
So
that's
like
true.
yeah, that's a lot of things involved. Like hopefully I'm wrong, and once the pandemic goes over, they relaunch and it goes off pretty well.
I mean,
And they,
Argent Saga wasn't a bad game. Um, there was a few issues with that, but it wasn't a bad game. So it
I mean,
reminds me a
regardless
lot
of if it was
of Duel Masters, back in the day. So
yeah, other regardless if it's a good game or it's a broken game. I mean, I
no, no. But what
just
I meant
hope
is, yeah,
we just hope for success to them,
yeah,
to everybody. Like, we hope we can all get through this.
true.
So again, I hope I'm wrong and they relaunch and the relaunch is a good success and they flourish at least for a little bit or for the long run.
All right. So moving on, moving on.
Oh yeah.
Um, I have a few announcements now that I want to make, and the first one is, oh my god, sorry.
Yes, yes, yes. Oh my God, the new card game
The first
from the
one
makers of
is
Raid Shadow Legends.
um that Astronomica is releasing his second set by the end of this month. March 27th is where the set is planned for release, and this is actually pretty good. I enjoy playing Astronomica, and is actually a pretty good game. And the second set is actually pretty dope. It brings a new how you call this, a new vision of what the Astronomica first set was. Um, so yeah, get ready. You know, Astronomica 20, March 27th. The second announcement that I have here is um, set 4 for Wrath of Course. It was supposed to come out at, you know, early this year. However, some personal issues happen, and he's still, making the set, but because of, some losses, well, the set will have to be rescheduled. But still, the set 3 is out, so you guys, if you can just go out there, give him some love, buy some packs. It will be greatly appreciated. And once set 4 is out, we'll announce it here. Um, Also, and this is our last announcement. Um, we have our friend Afro Shibi. Uh, I don't know if you guys know, but this guy is donating part of the money that he made to, some places, which I don't have the list right now, but um, not the money that he makes is not all for himself; it's also for other people. So, so I'm sorry, show some love and buy some of their packs. Is everything is going to be. You can either go to the Game Crafter, type Wrath of Course, or Afroshibi, or Astronomica, and you can get them all on the Game Crafter. But we will also um, put everything on the description down below once the podcast is over. And for the final announcement is that our game Astrom Cross is also going to be released this month. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, is we already received our packs. Well, Ursa did. I am waiting for mine. So I'm pissed
Yeah.
off, but we
Listen
already
to them.
received our packs, and for what he told me, everything is good. So it's just upload some pictures, and everything will be out by probably by next week. So you can go into
Start
Astrom
hoarding
Cross
these boxes.
and buy some of the packs. And now we are going to move on because this is already longer than we expected. We are already
I told you.
46 minutes, yeah. Um so yeah, anyways, let's make this short. The first podcast that we
Okay.
we were planning, we were just planning an intro on the game. It was nothing that we want to make nothing difficult.
Okay. Nothing
So
out of this world.
yeah, and so good luck on it. All right, no problem. So we want to tell you guys what is Astrum Cross, how we make Astrum Cross, and what do we expect of Astrum Cross. So first of all, Astrum Cross is more than a game; it's a story. We develop. I developed the story before I before we make the game. Um, I've been writing since I was little, so the story, many parts of the story were written, and we just stitched them together to create what is the universal Astrum Cross. And then I was a fan of MTG back in the day. My friend Ursa here teach me how to play MTG, and well, they did have fat packs, and
Back, back in the day, before Tarmogoyf.
yeah.
Way back in the day.
So because of these fat packs, you used to have a story, novel, and then as pieces of the novel, you were looking into what is going on, and you were looking into the cards. So you have events that are happening in the story, in the cards. So it was technically like a graphic novel. You collect the cards, you go through the story, and oh wait, I remember this happening, on this point in the story. So you got the image right there in the card, and you know this is happening, at that point of the story. So I was a fan of that. Uh, I always been a fan of comics. Fortunately, a comic take too long to create, so I went down to a graphic novel. However, well, COVID hit, and I didn't have as much time that you know, I had to do some other stuff. And well, here we are right now. We just create the game. We had the story, and we're using the cards as image, just like MTG did back in the day. Um, I think that is, our main focus here. I will say that the game is more storyline based than gameplay. Um, Still, the game is very tactical. Every move you make counts. So I guess that's why I like the game. That's why we like the game. I don't know about you, but I love tactical
Yeah,
games.
yeah. I like tactical games. That's what drew me to Magic the first time. So,
Yeah, anything that has to do with mind playing, I'm good with it. um,
yeah.
So,
So you think? Oh, sorry. Oh, my mic was still on.
so that's what Astrom Cross is. It's more than a game itself. It tells a story, and you can actually see the story going as you play the game because you start playing these chibi versions with art, which represent them when they are kids, and then you can grow them or rank them up in the game into these grown-up versions of themselves, um, and basically you're holding the line until then. These big dudes came in, which are the teachers. I'm talking about the deck in specific, but which are the teachers, and the teachers will actually help you win the game, and that's how all the decks works. They tell a story, um, but yeah, is how we want to create the game, and I think it's interesting, and I think and it's the way I like to create that Astron Cross.
Yeah.
So moving it, uh
Yeah, it's how I want to showcase it. Want to showcase a story, and not only just a story that's been written. As you're playing the game, you can just make your own fan fiction. You can have your own stories.
yeah,
Like they're still moving for until you read the book. That for you, they're still moving pieces. So, but the book that's the image, the art, the cards themselves will tell you. Like the affiliations also tell you. So there's a lot going on. Like there's some things that we don't expect you to understand, as in story wise, as the first couple of sets come out. But once the novels and the stories come out, you read those, then you'll get a bigger grasp as you're playing your cards, and you'll be more like, oh, so that's what the TD means. It's not just because the school's called Tiger Dragons, but it's a group in particular,
yeah, that
or why her flavor text says what it says. For example, for this core line, you'll get that completely explain why her power is mental instead of she being able to punch people, so on and so forth.
yeah. Right now on the screen we can see some of the one of the chibis, and like now I put in the grown up version, and here you can just see the difference between the growth of the character. um Still the same character, but it is like a, a, a different version of it. um but yeah, this is just a way that we want to tell the story, and it is on the cards. You can see the story on the cards. um Anyways, so for give me one sec here. So where do we want our game to be? I don't know, Ursa. What do you think? 'Cause right now, all I'm thinking is, as long as the story continues, I want to continue making the card game.
Yeah, I'm on the same boat. I think as long as we have material to utilize, I mean, as long as the story keeps on going, then there should be material to continue the card game and maybe expand from the card game to something to more things. But yeah,
Yeah, that
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 concise.
that is my main focus itself, is on the story wise. Um, my story, while it is a bit complex, and it's not well related or well tell. Um, I do like my story, so as long as I can, I will continue writing it. So I will say the same thing on the game. As long as I can, I will continue making the game.
Yeah, So we have material for it. We keep on going.
And as for motivations and inspiration of this game, um, it's not a secret. You know, I have three big games that influence my life, and
Let me interrupt you there. One of them is Raid Shadow Legends.
no, it's not.
Okay, never mind it.
No,
You're not the only one that can do the joke.
no. But like I say, one of them is MTG. You know, and the other one was Dual Masters, and the final one was the Naruto TCG. I think they all bring something new to the table, except for Magic the Gathering. You know, it was the first one. Obviously,
Yeah,
everything was new.
magic at the table.
Yeah, but everybody else brings something else to the table, and we just, I don't know. There were not many games doing the difference out there, so we'll decide to try to put something new in the table too. You can see that on the resource system, but at the same time, touch base with all those good mechanics from other games. You know, I say that is what I aim on this. Um,
Yeah, we do aim to make not only pick, because it's always good to pick the best parts of certain things to make them better, but also add our own innovations.
yeah,
As you'll
that's
see, I mean, there's a couple of interesting things that have not been done on a card game that might be coming up soon.
oh yeah, yeah, that's I am still we're still grasping what what we
What
are
can be,
what we can do. Obviously, this is the first set. We cannot give everything, to the players.
yeah, we just touching the water a little bit, but
Yeah.
if hopefully if everything goes well, you'll be surprised by a lot of things.
And I will say on the inspirations, well, those were on inspirations, but on the motivation side, I I'm honestly I enjoy making card games, you know. For me playing card games was good. It was great. But when I start making it, it was like my way of life, you know. Right now, making Astrom Cross is all I want to do. So that is my
You know,
inspiration, to create this. Also, I keep helping, other people, but I love to create. You were
yeah, I
saying,
can agree
Ursa?
with you. No, I can agree with you.
Yeah,
Like as much for as much as I love to play the game, I also love to make the game.
and another
Just
thing, Ursa's main job here,
just to make a good cards. Don't let them lie to you.
sure. Ursa's main job here is to break the game, so
I
I
make the
can
good
fix
stuff.
it.
I'll make the good. I make. He makes the cards. I play with them. Then we find the problem, and then he fixes them. Or I just make a card and he fixes it. It's like no playing with my cards. That's
Uh,
the process. That's how it goes. It's like, oh, I made this. Oh, is that a Omega rare? No, bro, that's a common. What?
yeah, that is
Are
the
you?
way. That is usually the way it goes.
That's exactly how it goes.
However, if because of the way he thinks, you know, I have made a lot of new mechanics just because of the broken things he makes. So So just because of he make a car, and from it I can make 30 more, just because of
Yeah, I
one
mean
new mechanic he brings.
that's the
So
whole idea of bringing the one mechanic, so you can
yeah,
make more.
but yeah,
So yeah,
usually that's the way we create our game. That's our motivation, and that's Astrom Cross. That is what we want, and as
yes,
long as we can, we will continue doing Astrom Cross.
yes,
Um,
sir.
so right now we are on the 50 minutes.
60,
Yeah, 1 hour.
61 actually.
Yeah. So we're gonna end it here. This is longer than I expected. Um, so I hope you guys like our content. Um, we are going to be doing this every month, every 2 weeks maybe. Um,
Yeah,
it
two
all
weeks a month.
depends on our jobs, but we will keep going and we will keep doing this as long as we
We
can.
we we will try for the next one to be a remote duel. We're gonna when he gets his packs, because I got my pack here waiting.
Yeah, he
We're
got his
gonna
bag. Mine are supposed to get here tomorrow. So the next
we're
one
gonna
we'll
get
try to do. It's not a remote
we're gonna
duel. I mean, it is a remote duel, but we're trying to do
well,
a booster draft.
we're gonna gotta do a remote booster draft, and then just to show you that part of the design that part of the way we designed this first set was to be able to be draftable. So we want to show that how it all came together, having the packs be 18 cards, the cards the way the cards are in the set, and so on and so forth. But more of that next podcast when you'll see us. Hopefully, you'll see your pack.
Yeah,
All
you
right.
will see everything that is over there. So, um, well, I won't take much time of you guys, and we're gonna end this right here. So that is for this video. If you guys like our content, um, like, subscribe, activate notifications, and that's it for today's video. Wires out.